So tonight...
So
What?
typical.
What is
It's
typical?
so typical of you.
What?
Because you're in on it. We know that. We've known it for quite a while.
Yeah.
It's nice of you to cover for Obama again. Again.
All right, what have you caught me covering now?
You won't talk about the birth certificate, right? You won't talk about the Social Security number, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You won't talk about the fact that he was born in Newfoundland or Nova Scotia.
I actually believe he was born in hell.
You won't talk about that.
Right.
That's
well,
the first time you've
it's a little
mentioned it.
politically incorrect to say that he was born
Yeah,
right.
that's your thing.
His birth certificate, we know what they've changed. It doesn't say Barack Hussein Jr., and it doesn't say Frank Marshall Davis. It says Satan. That's what it says. Father.
His literal
Satan.
father.
Literal
is
father, Satan.
Beelzebub himself.
Now, that's politically incorrect. That's the conclusion that I've come to, but not every...
No, it's
Right.
brilliant.
Not everybody will come to that.
It's a good
you guys are doing-
conclusion.
So
this is a
anyway,
good segment so
that's
far.
why I don't talk about the birth certificate.
Okay.
Okay, because it doesn't say Kenya.
It doesn't go far
Says
enough.
hell.
Okay.
Says hell.
It's a little south of Kenya,
South.
is what you're saying.
Deep
You
south.
just do this to annoy me, and
Right,
I don't
yeah.
think that's a good use of
No,
showtime.
You. I
Okay,
mean,
I got to be honest. We got lots of satellites. We got millions of listeners. Perhaps annoying one other coworker isn't the way to go with the show.
Really?
Maybe that's one thing you could think about.
all right. So you don't agree? You don't agree that he's doctored his birth certificate to take the hell and Satan thing off?
No, I'm gonna go with no on that one.
All right. That's
Yeah,
how crazy
I know,
you
it's-
are.
I know.
All right. So anyway, what did you catch me at?
You avoiding the real issue of the day, the Muslim ring he's been wearing for 30 years.
Oh yeah.
All right, we've been on the show. We've been on the air for 36 minutes, and not a single mention of the Muslim ring.
I know.
There is no
I
God
know.
but Allah,
Right.
written right on it,
Right.
and he's had it on his ring finger for.
Okay. Now I
30 years.
happen to believe this story. I don't know what it says because I don't read Arabic, but I know that the Blaze reached out to a guy at Duke and maybe a guy at Harvard or something.
Yeah.
And one expert said, I can't tell you what it says. The other one said, it says, there is no God but Allah. However, the translation is doesn't necessarily mean Allah. It means there's only one God. The ring could most likely means, that there's only one God. I also happen to believe, because this ring has been with him forever. I mean, there's pictures of him wearing it in college and everything else. This is probably something given to him by, I don't know, his father or who. I don't know who. But it was given to him by somebody, and so it's probably a family heirloom. Now, do I feel comfortable with the president wearing a ring with Arabic writing on it? No, I really don't.
Did the close-up to you even look Arabic, though? That
No.
didn't look like Arabic writing.
Doesn't to me.
It doesn't look like anything to me. So,
Well, I don't read Arabic. And
I
have
don't
you ever
either,
seen? Have
but-
you ever seen around the mosque the Dome of the Rock? I mean, most people don't even know that tile around that it's blue writing all the way around, and most people don't even know it just looks like a design, but it's actual.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it.
Yeah,
I
I
pointed
have.
it out to you when we were
Yeah.
there.
It looks like, the ring just looks like a design to me, but they even pulled out, I guess it's a WorldNet Daily story, and they pulled out, they traced the script of what they said is the Arabic, and then they printed the text of what the Arabic actually is below it, and there's massive differences to them. They don't look
Can I
very
see?
similar at all.
I haven't seen it.
I don't think.
Well,
Really?
I mean, didn't you have? I mean, the Blaze got somebody from Duke or something and said,
There's some general similarity in that there's a few lines, but there's also a lot of lines missing. There's 2 lines separating from when there should be 1 line. They're looping around when they're in one, and they're not looping around in the other. There's significant differences even in what they're saying it is. I don't read Arabic, and they do have an expert. WorldNet Daily had a couple experts that said that it was. As you said, one of the 2 experts that the Blaze got said that
I think it's close
like
enough to be able to say, it could be.
I would
could be.
certainly, if I was, I don't wear, designed rings, but if I was wearing a ring like that, I would not think it was anything.
That's what they want you to believe.
Right. I don't know. Who knows?
if he is wearing it, and it does say that.
Well, it does say that, both of the Blaze experts said the translation is "there's no God but God."
I can't imagine that. How?
No, but-
how does the president wear that in public, and now for 30 years, and not? He must know it says that. Wouldn't you think? Does he not know it says that?
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
It's amazing. First of all,
But wait, it
it
says there's no God but God. What's the problem with that? I believe that. There's no God but God.
Right, and that's what the Blaze expert said, that it's,
It's not, it's the first line of the, what is it, the
some
Shabala or whatever that damn thing is called.
Shabala, Contraband Incorporated.
Something like
Something like that.
It is, and the next phrase is, there is no prophet but Muhammad.
And that part's not included.
And that's not included. So all they're saying, the experts are saying, all this says is there's only one God.
Mm-hmm. Now you have to think that 30 years, if he's in college when he's not thinking about, I need to hide that I'm Islamic or something, whatever the accusation is here, then why wouldn't he have a ring that also said that? I mean, remember, they were talking about when he had this in college. He wouldn't be hiding it.
And he didn't believe
then.
in God. He didn't believe in God.
Exactly,
so the ring could just be some sort of family thing. But to me, if it is Arabic, it connects him to the Arabic world more. He's had it now on his hand for 30 years.
He supposedly got it in Indonesia.
Right.
Apparently.
So he is connected to that world much more than connected to our world.
I don't know that it says anything. Honestly, it's a piece of jewelry. I mean, I don't know that it says anything. And honestly, even
it's
looking at it,
it's important to him. He has worn it on his ring finger even before he was married. It's important. Mm-hmm. It does say it does.
It definitely
mean
has
something.
some meaning to him. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what the meaning is. I mean, it just, you might, and I've had family heirlooms, passed down that I didn't, know what they were. I mean,
but did you wear it?
No.
Yeah, he wore it.
I realize that, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean he's gone and found a translation.
Have you read Dreams of My Father? I mean, he knows everything. I mean, he has done that. That's what that book is about. He went back into his journey to find out what his roots were.
Right.
If he's wearing a ring that you don't wear a ring for 30 years like that and then make that your wedding ring.
And to a Christian, no Christian wears "There is no God but God" on their. Maybe some do. I don't know, but it's important to Muslims because they came from polytheism, and it was Muhammad who brought it down to the single God.
Let me defend him this way. I know we've had a picture of my house before and things like that, and I have a statue of Buddha. I have the raven from Native Americans. I don't even know what the name of this statue is, but it's the one in Tibet or something. I mean, I have those around, and I have them collected kind of in one little area. It's just about the religion of God. Now, if you look at what's on my walls, it's all Jesus. It's all that stuff. But I look at those as objects of art. That's history. That is the world, et cetera, et cetera. I don't worship that. I don't appreciate those religions, so to speak, as far as a way to bring you closer to God. For me, it doesn't have anything to do with that. But I look at them as beautiful pieces of art. Some of them are very, very old statues. Some people won't have that in their house. And I know we get mail from time to time. When I had a picture of my house up one day and it had one of these statues in it, they all went, "See, Glenn is in with the, Muslim and, Buddhist." And it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So let me defend him on that. It is a relic. It's a piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
It's something that speaks to him about his time in Indonesia. That's why I say it doesn't necessarily connect him to religion. I think it does connect him to the history, because I don't see him connected to our history. I see him connected to our oppressive history. Every bit of history that he has. Look at the Oval Office. He has Abraham Lincoln. Okay, but what is that? That's the emancipation.
It's overcoming oppression.
All the other relics in the White House are all about Martin Luther King. It's about oppression. So he always connects with the negative side of America, never the positive. I don't think that I don't think it's a Muslim thing by any stretch of the imagination.
Plus, if we pointed out on this program, there is no way this president is dedicated enough to his faith to pray 5 times a day. There's just no way that's possible. No way.
No. Although I do think he would have somebody bring a carpet around for him, so he could always have his favorite carpet around. I think he could do that. That's as close as he would get to the Muslim prayer thing. He would say, of course, I want somebody to have my favorite carpet. Roll it out in front of me.
I don't understand this strain of this stuff though. I mean, you're right. The birther thing, the ring thing. It all kind of comes down to the same category, which is okay. We're looking for something that's going to make this particular president be discredited on some personal issue, on some personal level. And it's like, to me, what is this fight about? This fight is about defeating progressive ideas. If you get Barack Obama out on some weird technicality like his birth certificate, what happens? Joe Biden takes over and passes all the same policies? Yeah. What happens? Another Democrat comes in and because people feel bad for Barack Obama for being targeted, and then you wind up with another Democratic president that passes all the same horrible policies?
Who's the ring thing going to attract? Nobody. Who's that going to attract? Nobody. Anybody who wants to believe that, they're already on that bandwagon.
Yes.
They're already on that bandwagon. So what good is that? It's much better to say, look at the man's judgment. Look at his judgment. Look at what he's done. Look at his record. He wants us to talk about the birth certificate. He wants us to talk about conspiracies. He wants us to do all of those things. Look at his record.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. You have an opportunity here to not just take a guy out from one more term as presidency.
It won't work. No, everything you have done will be for naught. Even if you get him out and then you forget that if you think that this was about Barack Obama, you were wrong. This is an ongoing war, 100-year war against progressivism.
Yeah.
He's just woken you up. Now, do you go back to sleep, as they did after Woodrow Wilson? America went back to sleep. And what happened? It came roaring back with FDR.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a short-term goal to say President Obama was a bad president. This is a long-term goal to say we have an opportunity to show that these issues, these ideas, progressive ideas, have once again failed the country on a massive scale. If this becomes about a personal issue about Barack Obama, it doesn't win that long-term
That's why
battle.
I said, and we have to take a break, but that's why I said yesterday that Barack Obama is going to be tarred and feathered by this press and by historians when he loses, because they're going to need to say it was about something. Just like the debate. Why did Romney win? Romney won on the ideas. He could explain it. He won on the ideas. Obama lost on the ideas. But they're making this into, well, he wasn't tough enough. He wasn't this, he wasn't that, he wasn't sharp, he wasn't this. No. He lost on the ideas. Period. Let's make sure that we make this very clear. That's why I'm excited that not a lot of people, are thrilled with Mitt Romney. Great. Let's not be a people of personalities. Let's be a party and a people of ideas. It's much better that way. It's the only way we survive.